Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
Can we get serious now?
One thing that did happen during the 60s was some music of an unusual or experimental nature did get recorded and did get released. Now look at who the executives were in those companies at those times. Not hip young guys. These were cigar-chomping old guys who looked at the product that came and said, I don't know. Who knows what it is? Record it, stick it out. If it sells, all right. We were better off with those guys than we are now with the supposedly hip young executives who are making the decisions of what people should see and hear in the marketplace.
Success in the music business begins with a dream, a vision. This podcast will give you, the listener, the insight and tools to turn that vision into a reality. Meet the industry professionals who work day by day behind the scenes, helping to make those dreams come true. Welcome to the business side of music.
Hey, you're tuned in to another special edition of the business side of music. Tonight is Dead Horse Discussions with our co-host, Melissa Caballo. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
And Rick Caballo, welcome.
Welcome.
The Dead Horse branding people are here tonight. And special guest across the table from me here, you and I have a mutual acquaintance.
Yes,
we will
do.
talk about him later. Eliot Sloan, who is with us. If you don't know who he is, and you should, Blessid Union of Souls will probably familiarize yourself with Eliot, who started the band back in, well, let's see, you had your debut in 95, but the band started when?
God, you know what? It's right in there. 89, 90, 91. I think officially, I'm going to say officially it started in 92 because that's when we came up with the name of the band, and that's when we were working on the songs that were going to eventually be on the first album. But my guitar player and I, Jeff at the time, we had been in a cover band from like 89, 90, 91 when we were...
Were you doing the club route or?
We were out of town. We were like in Virginia, Florida. That was the first time I went to Florida. I got to go in a band. And our first gig in Florida was Cocoa Beach for a month. I was like, yeah.
I can do it.
Oh, it was August,
Made
though.
it.
So it was like 8:30 in the morning. It was already like 91 degrees, but I didn't care.
And the humidity was up there too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So where did you come up with the name Blessid Union of Souls?
You don't know this?
No, that I
Are
don't
you serious?
know. Yeah.
Did you watch MASH growing up?
I did.
That's where I got it from.
Okay.
An episode of
Hang
MASH.
on, I watched MASH growing up, but I never saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It was in the third season. There was an episode called House Arrest. And Frank Burns is the one that said it, who was one of my favorite characters because he was so quirky and he was always the butt of everybody's jokes. There was this lady colonel that was staying at the 407th 7th.
And that wasn't Hot Lips Houlihan at the time.
Well, no, she was there.
Okay.
No, that's the thing. This lady colonel from some other unit was staying there, and she had to stay in Hot Lips' tent, which means Frank couldn't stay in Hot Lips' tent. And, Frank's going crazy because, 24 hours are going to go by and I'm not going to be able to see you, or 48 or whatever. And he was like, is she going to stay here? Like, is there any other place that she could stay? I'm paraphrasing. And she was like, no, it's the only place in officers' country, because she was a colonel and a doctor. But he said, well, Margaret, I need our togetherness. I need the blessed union of our souls.
Wow.
That's cool.
Are you sure it wasn't Blessed Union of Assholes?
You know what? Let me rewind that to make sure.
It was an Australian thing, I think.
That's right.
So that stuck, and there was the name.
Well, yeah, and that was a year and a half when I saw that episode. Actually, I'd seen it way before that, before we started working on the music for the first album.
Right.
And when we did, we had Let Me Be the One written, we had I Believe written, and we still had no band name. And I remembered that. I was like, what do you guys think of this name? And everybody was cool with it because it just kind of fit,
Fit everyone, yeah.
Usually coming up with band names, though. You guys work with a lot of bands.
Well, yeah,
that's I don't know if I like that.
It's like
Let's
pulling
try this.
teeth.
Yeah, and and then it comes in. Some names I don't know. I don't know how like the name U2 came together, which I think is very cool. Third Eye Blind, very cool. Goo Goo Dolls, Third Eye. Some names are just like, Coldplay. I'm like, what is that? But that's cool.
But I think it's when you come up with the branding yourself. It's like, imagine we're in a band right now and going, what about Pearl Jam? Like, that's stupid. But when you